Welcome, everybody. I'm Gina, and today we'll do some gentle movements, some breathing, some meditating. So find yourself a really comfortable seat, and that could be in a chair or on the mat or on the floor. And we'll start by just taking stock. How do I feel in my body today? And how's my posture? How am I sitting? And it's fine if you're laying behind your low back. If that feels more stable to you, great. We're going to think about rooting to rise. So pressing into the feet and pressing into the hips so that your sternum lifts a little bit, but keeping the chin at an even parallel to the ground. So thinking about lifting on the inhale, opening the shoulders and the chest, and then exhaling down through the spine, the tailbone, and rooting down through your sits bones. So inhaling to open the chest, and you can even open the arms as you open the chest. And exhaling to be rooted, to be grounded. Once we find this nice, comfortable, tall posture, we'll work a little bit into the neck and shoulders, starting with just tipping the head to one side and reaching away. And then coming back to center and tipping the opposite ear to the other side and reaching away. Don't forget to breathe. It can be tempting to hold the breath, but we really want to be breathing throughout any stretches. I'm going to do that one more time. Coming back to center, tipping the ear to the shoulder and reaching away with the opposite arm. Breath here. And back through center to the opposite side and reaching away with the opposite arm. Lovely. And then we'll tuck the chin to the chest and stretch the back of the neck. And if you're like, I don't really feel anything, this is really easy for me, my chin touches, you can gently interlock the hands and gently rest the hands on top of the skull, dropping the shoulders, and feeling the stretch down the back of the neck, top of the shoulders, breathing here. And then if the hands are on top of the head, you can let those come down, coming back nice and tall. And we'll stretch into the chest and opening up by reaching behind. And so you can grab for opposite elbows, or you can grab for opposite hands. Or if that's like, if your shoulders are really tight, you could even use a belt or a strap, or just hold on to the back of the chair and press the hands away. You can look up, opening the chest, shining the chest forward, reaching the arms back and breathing here. And again, if the breathing is tough or belabored or it stops, just come out of it gently a little bit until you can breathe. And then if the hands are clasped, you can let them go, bring it back, and roll the shoulders if it feels good, one at a time or both together, and going both forward and backward. And again, slower is sometimes more difficult and sometimes more beneficial because you can really feel the places that might feel crunchy or have a little bit of tension there. And then we're going to stretch the triceps, and we're going to do that by reaching up one hand towards the ceiling and then give yourself a pat on the back. And you might already feel this, or if you need a little bit of extra, you can use the opposite hand to push beneath the elbow. So wherever you are, we'll just use a little bit. And then some people who are super flexy, some people reach behind and they can grab for opposite fingertips, or you can grab for, onto your clothes. And we'll just breathe here. And this will stretch the underside of the arm. Lovely. And then at the end of your next breath, we'll slowly reach up tall and then tip over to the opposite side of the hand, feeling the stretch from the armpit down to the hip, pressing into that hip so that both hips are still on the chair. And if you like, you can look up towards the arm, towards the ceiling, and breathe here. And then using the strong abs to come back up, let that hand float down, and we'll stretch the opposite side by reaching up nice and tall. Give yourself a pat on the back. And if this is enough, great. And if it's not, you can use the hand to press the elbow away so you feel the stretch on the underside of the arm. Or if you're super flexy, you can reach behind, grab for the sweater, your whatever clothes you're wearing, or use a strap, or some people can touch fingertips. I'm not one of those people, so I'm gonna stay here, but it's good to have options. And then let the shoulders relax, breathing into the stretch. And at the end of your next exhale, reaching up and over to the other side, feeling the stretch down the side of the body. And as always, you can always rest the hand on top of the head if it gets to be too much. It's no big deal. And then if you like, you can tip the head up, looking away, looking towards that arm. And then using the abs to come back to center. Shake out the hands, maybe roll the wrists, maybe roll the shoulders, whatever. Ask your body, what would feel good as a little counter move to that. And then we'll come into some silence, finding yourself a very comfortable position, closing your eyes if you like, dropping your gaze to make your eyes go a little fuzzy. That's fine as an option as well. And we'll just feel, what does it feel like to be in this body today, right now? So what sensations am I feeling? Where's the breath showing up for me? Is it by the nose? Is it in the chest? Is it in the lungs, the ribs, the belly? Just noticing, where's the breath? Noticing the feet. Can you make them any more comfortable? Sometimes we have a tendency to grip the floor. Can you relax toes? Can it be a nice, gentle, easy way to sit? Let the bones do the work. And then if you'd like to set an intention for your practice, now's a great time to do that. We like to set these intentions in present tense as if they are already happening. I am patient. I am self-compassionate. I am listening to my body, or anything else that you think would help you as a reminder, as something you would like to cultivate more of in your life, in your practice. Do a little bit of deep breathing. So breathe into the belly, invite the breath all the way down into the belly, feeling the ribs and the chest all the way up to the top. And then let it all go with a sigh. Feeling the belly, the ribs, the chest. Holding for just a brief second at the top and then letting it all out with a sigh. And one more at your own pace. And then carry on with the breathing pattern that feels good in your belly, watching the belly rise on the inhale and sink on the exhale. And if that's tough or you're not sure if that's happening, just put the hands on the belly and see if you can feel it. So the belly doesn't have to move a lot, but when the belly moves, we know our diaphragm is working. The diaphragm is a series of muscles kind of underneath the rib cage that help pull the air in and help push the air out. So find the breathing pattern that's really comfortable in your body, that's gentle, that's easy. Make it as easy as possible. And then feel any sensations in your body? Is there anywhere that is still tight or constricted? Can you breathe into those areas? Sometimes for me, it's the neck and shoulders. If I breathe into the shoulders, can they relax a little bit? Or if you find that your hands are clenched often, can you breathe into the hands and let the fingers relax and open, either palms up if you're looking to receive energy today, or palms down if you're looking to be grounded and looking for stability today. Relaxing the muscles in the face. Sometimes we hold tension there we don't even know. So letting go of any furrow in your brow or any tension around the forehead. Loosening the jaw, separating the teeth a little bit. Relaxing the tongue. Sometimes it gets stuck on the roof of the mouth. See if you can invite it to just be relaxed. Relaxing around the ears and the neck. Tucking the chin slightly so the head is over the spine, is over the hips, so that you can let the bones do the work. And we're going to do a counting breath from 10 down to 1. Inhaling, pausing at the top, and a long, slow exhale for 10. And repeating that. And take your time, there's no rush. Inhaling at your leisure. Pausing and holding the breath at the top just for a couple seconds. And then a long, slow exhale. Make it easy, that's 9. And then when you're ready, inhaling again, filling the belly, the ribs, the chest, pausing for a moment, and exhale, 8. Make it as fast or as slow as feels good in your body. And remember, the counting is just to keep the chatter in your mind to a minimum. So if you lose count, no big deal, start again at 10. If you are breathing quickly and you get to the end of 0, 1 quickly, that's okay, just start back at 10. The point is not the counting. The counting is a method to keep our mind on this exact present moment, this beautiful present moment, on the capacity of our lungs, on the capacity of our body, on feeling the stillness. What does the stillness feel like? Inhaling, holding the breath just for a couple seconds. And this long, slow exhale is what triggers the autonomic nervous system to say, oh, I'm safe. Oh, I'm able to rest now. I'm able to repair now. And just let the calmness wash over you, reminding yourself to let go of any tension, counting backwards, enjoying your breath, enjoying what your body can do. And then at the end of your next breath, doesn't matter if you finished counting or wherever you've gotten to is the exact perfect number to get to. You can let go of the breathing pattern, and just come back to that nice, gentle in and out through the nose. Noticing if anything's changed. Noticing if there's a place or something where you can relax further, where you can get 1% more comfortable. As the seasons change in the Northern Hemisphere and we inch our way towards winter, this is the perfect time to hunker down and to really excavate our mind, to be with ourselves, to rest, to recover, and to do those things without any guilt, without letting any of the shoulds come in. And so I'd like you to visualize a very cozy environment. It could be a real environment, a place in your house that you really like to get cozy. Or it can be a cozy environment from your imagination. How does it feel to be cuddled up? What are you wearing? Where are you sitting? What's going on in the room? What's the temperature? Can you make your body feel that temperature? How is it? What are the most cozy scents? What can you smell in this very cozy room? Are there any sounds that you can hear? A fire crackling or music playing? What would be the most cozy and comforting sound? What can you feel? Are you under a soft blanket? Where are you sitting? What clothes are you wearing? How do they feel on your skin? And finally, take a look around this cozy room. What do you see? Are there rugs on the floor? Are there pictures on the wall? What makes it cozy? How does cozy feel in your body? Are you eating or drinking anything? Is there a warming snack or beverage that you can taste? And what would you like to do in this room? And nothing is a perfectly acceptable answer. And finally, what's one very small, lovely thing you can do for yourself today to mimic one aspect of this very comfortable, cozy, calm visualization you just had? We might not be able to have all of it all of the time, but we can have some of it some of the time. So pick one aspect, one thing you can do to feel held, feel supported, feel warmed. And then let that visualization fade to the background. And we'll come into a bit of box breathing. Your choice how long you want each side of the box to be. We'll inhale and hold the breath at the top. Exhale and hold the breath at the bottom. And then if this is feeling comfortable as you're inhaling, holding, exhaling, holding, you can test yourself if you want. Say, oh, what would it feel like if I held each side for one more second and made my box a little bit bigger? And maybe that feels comfortable, or maybe that feels like too much and you go back to a smaller box. That's okay. Or maybe that feels comfortable too, and you say, oh, I'm going to push myself again and see if I can make an even bigger box. There's no right or wrong here. And there's no expectation that your box is a certain size compared to what it was the last time you practiced this breathing pattern. Because our bodies are different every day, and that's okay. That's a gift. That is something to notice. That is something to unwrap, but is not something to beat yourself up about. It's fine no matter how big your box is. And we'll do one more round, so take your time. There's absolutely no rush. Inhale. Hold the breath at the top. Exhale. And hold the breath at the bottom. And this time, hold the breath as long as you feel comfortable. And when you get that strong urge to breathe, slowly sip the air through the nose, calmly. Make it easy. And then come back into the breathing pattern that feels the best in your body. Slow and steady, in and out through the nose. And maybe you come back to your intention. If you set an intention at the beginning of our time together, and bring that into the heart space as you breathe into the heart, bringing your intention to mind, thanking that intention for showing up for you today, sending that intention back out into the ether and letting the universe help conspire to make it so. Often we're looking for quick fixes or easy changes, but most change is incremental. And we can only really measure it by looking back at where we've come from and saying, oh, that was personal growth, or, oh yeah, I'm different than I used to be. But the change itself can be so imperceptible that it's hard to compare day to day, and that's totally okay. Bring a little bit of movement into your fingertips. Maybe you touch the thumb to each one. Maybe you rub the hands together. Bring a little bit of movement into the feet and ankles. Just gently waking the body back up after we're sitting for a little while. Stretching into the arms, into the hips. Doing whatever movements your body would find nourishing. And then when you're ready, only when you're ready, you can absolutely take your time here. You can open your eyes. Thanks for practicing with me today.